The Northwest Plains, one of the most beautiful and profitable places in America. However, there also lies great danger and challenges. These men experienced this firsthand. I'm Landon Hughes, and today I'll be sitting down with two men that lived through this era, Hugh Glass and John Fitzgerald. And today we're going to see what they experienced firsthand. Hi, I'm Landon Hughes, and today I'll be interviewing Hugh Glass from the Revenant. Mr. Glass, I have a couple questions for you today.
Great to meet you, Mr. Hughes. Great to meet you.
All right, let's get started. What were your immediate emotions after Fitzgerald and Bridger left you?
You know, my first immediate reaction was just about complete survival and what I would do to make it out. But after that, my secondary reaction was just a complete furious fit of rage.
Are you done with Fitzgerald, or do you still want revenge?
You know, I still want my revenge, and the only thing keeping Fitzgerald alive is that hospital bed he's sitting at that I put him in.
I see. What was your best memory in the wilderness?
You know, my only memory from the woods was that I knew I needed to go mile by mile. As I said, if I only made it 3 miles a day, so be it. It was better to have those miles behind me than ahead.
I see. What was the hardest part of your return to get revenge on Bridger and Fitzgerald?
You know, initially the hardest part was finding food with my injury and with the lack of equipment. But once I got that figured out, it was definitely my immobility.
That would be very tough, I understand.
Yes, thank you.
What are your plans now? And do you ever plan on going back to Philadelphia to see what remains of your family?
You know, I don't, because my family's dead, so I wouldn't have no reason to return. I'm just going to go where my feet take me, and I have no plan for this future.
I see. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you, Mr. Glass.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Hughes. Thank you.
We are now sitting down with John Fitzgerald, the antagonist of the book and the man who put Hugh Glass in that situation. Mr. Fitzgerald, I'm Landon Hughes. Nice to meet you today. I just have a couple questions for you. Can you tell me what happened after Glass got attacked and what led you to leaving him?
You know, just me and all the men in the group, we thought he was done for. I told Captain that he's done for. Ain't no way that man's walking out of here, you know. We were all shocked. A few of us were even impressed that he was able to take down that grizzly. But the consensus throughout the group was that he was done for.
What was your rationale in taking Glass's on-shot as well as his knife and other supplies?
Well, at first I was thinking, what's a dead man going to do with a rifle, you know? So it's a beautiful made rifle, one that you don't see very often. So I took my chance. It's you know, I was kind of thinking finders keepers, you know? It's an eat or be eaten world out there, and I wasn't just going to let that gun sit there.
When Captain Henry made you carry Glass for miles after he got attacked by the bear, what were your thoughts on that?
This man's an idiot. You know, just carrying Glass those few miles, even though it was only a few miles, it took a lot of energy out of not only me, but the rest of the men in the group, and we wasted a lot of supplies and resources on trying to keep Glass alive for those few miles, and we definitely could have put a lot more ground between us and the Arikara.
Definitely. What was the most dangerous part of your expedition and desertion of Captain Henry's crew?
It has to be the reed. You know, just me as a man on my own out there, even just firing a single shot at an elk, something for food, could have lurked on my position, and me trying to take on a whole war party of Arikara would not have gone well. So I'd say that was definitely the most challenging part that I was worried about after I abandoned the group.
The Arikara are very dangerous, as we know. Do you regret any of your actions?
Not at all. I mean, when you're on the frontier like that, it's every man for himself. Even though you may be working in a group or something, you got to look out for yourself first, and that's what I did, and I have no regrets about it.
So you say you didn't regret your actions, but did you believe that you'd be punished for those actions if he did survive? And did you really think at all that there was any slight possibility that he would survive?
Not at all. I thought Glass was a dead man, you know, just looking at the state that he was in. I'm honestly impressed that he was able to survive as he did, but, you know, leaving him that day, I thought that was the last anyone would ever see of him, just with the cuts being so deep. And honestly, it's thanks to me and Bridger that he did survive, you know, just what we did for him, so.
I agree. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was my pleasure.